Okay, so it seems that there's been some pretty big news in regards to one specific VTuber which we're going to talk about today, which is Mori Calliope. Now, this has been pretty big in the VTubing space and the Hololive space recently due to the fact of a major announcement which she kind of announced the other day, which people have been getting super hyped over, which is the fact that she's going to be, doing the opening song for the anime Gachiakuta, for the second core of the show. Now, obviously, Gachiakuta is a new anime. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, by the way. But I've been watching it for the past couple of days now. Again, I didn't really enjoy it in the first couple of episodes. It wasn't really for me. And then after actually getting through some of the first earlier episodes and getting properly into it, I actually started to really enjoy it. And one of the things that kind of made me, go back to it and try it again is obviously the, glowing reviews that have been coming out about it, but also the fact that Mori Calliope was going to be doing the second core. Again, I thought, obviously, why not give it another try? And then obviously we get to hear, Calli sing in the second core, which again, people have been super excited with this post getting over 2.2 million views. And yeah, Calli has been talking about this quite a lot, including the fact of saying, it's here, it's so cool. So again, it is currently out right now on the newest episode of Gachiakuta, which is absolutely amazing. The song sounds amazing. I can't play it, unfortunately, due to copyright and things. It will probably get my entire thing bonked. But again, I'm very excited for her. And obviously this brings in this whole conversation of, VTubers becoming more mainstream and getting involved with a lot more kind of interesting projects, right? Because we've seen previously with the interviews with, Doki Bird and things like that on like BBC News. And now we've got, obviously Mori Calliope doing anime collaborations, which is, absolutely amazing to see. Now, what has actually happened, though, is that Mori has actually been facing quite a bit of hate, and it's kind of insane, and a lot of people have been talking about it lately in regards to, obviously, the Gachiakuta community. Now, it's not the entire community. It's like one person, maybe two, maybe three, right? It's not the entire community, and obviously I know the entire community of the Gachiakuta anime are absolutely chill. But there's recently been this tweet, which obviously Kiyoshi also quoted here, saying these people are abhorrent. And this is the tweet that obviously caught a lot of people's attention. They said, "I'm going to blow my brains out. I hope Mori Calliope gets Charlie Kirked." Now, obviously, you guys can understand what that means, right? They're saying that obviously they want, Mori Calliope to get assassinated, which I think is pretty insane. And obviously, yeah, it seems that they are not happy with the fact that she is going to be, doing the song for the core 2 of Gachiakuta. Now, obviously, this might be out of context or whatever, and, maybe they're talking about something else, right? But whenever you actually go through their account, you can see very clearly that they are a fan of Gachiakuta, and obviously that is something that they mention quite a bit over on their page and repost and everything like that. So again, they are a big fan of the show, and well, they're saying stuff like this and saying that essentially saying that they hope that she gets, murdered, essentially. Like, again, absolutely unhinged, absolutely weird. I don't know why anybody would do this over a song, I think it's absolutely crazy that some people like this can still exist on there. Now, obviously, in their bio, it says they're 19, but, you're at an age now where it's like, you're supposed to know better. Like, if you guys don't know, I'm 20. I'm only a year older, and I know that it's a stupid thing to post on Twitter that you hope someone gets Charlie Kirk. That's absolutely dumb. I don't know why anybody has decided to do that. And yeah, they've been hit with a lot of hate from many people, rightfully so, due to the fact that, obviously it's just so inflammatory. It's so unnecessary. And again, obviously, you cannot like Mori Calliope's music. You cannot like, her being involved with Gachiakuta. Fine. But, you don't have to go around making these crazy, unhinged statements about people just because you dislike something that they do, right? She hasn't done anything to you. She hasn't done anything bad. The anime wanted her on the team because they felt like that she would bring more, obviously, to the opening, and that's what's happened. And many people are very happy about it. Many people are excited to see her a part of Gachiakuta. Obviously, so many people as well are leaving supportive messages, including Narissa Ravencroft saying, "You're seriously so amazing." Armalie saying, "Dude, I'm so happy for you." Bao saying, "Generational Mori run." Sayu saying, "It sounds so good, man." Obviously, we've got Fruit as well, saying this is the sickest thing to happen all year. They even mentioned the fact that, there might be a collab coming soon with Fruit, which would be really, really cool to see. And yes, so many, messages of support from the wider VTuber community and also some Gachiakuta fans as well, which is great to see. But obviously you have these hateful people in the corners of the internet who obviously are saying stuff like this to her for, I don't know, I don't know why they've done this. And obviously a lot of people are unhappy about this. Obviously they're saying stuff like hoodweave and stuff like that. Again, I'm unsure. Obviously what they're kind of referring to there. But obviously they say, do your parents know what you post online, kiddo? Which again, yeah, I mean, it's just one of these things where you got to think a little bit before you post. Like, maybe they weren't too serious about how angry they were with the fact that Mori Calliope was, you know, making a song for Gachiakuta. But at the end of the day, you do need to think about what you post and how that'll have an effect. Just because, you know, obviously this person has how many followers? What, 100 followers? Just because you got 100 followers doesn't mean that your post won't suddenly blow up for some reason. One person could get a hold of it, and now you've got 513,000 views, and most of them are telling you that you're a horrible person, which, to be honest, you are a horrible person for saying stuff like this, because, again, no one in their right mind would ever, you know, say that to someone, especially someone who, you know, obviously hasn't really done anything but made music, you know? It's crazy. Now, obviously, as well, as I said, the support has been absolutely insane for Calli, so obviously she's not going to be affected by it or anything. I'm pretty sure she's got better things to do than worry about Twitter freaks. But obviously it seems like these Twitter freaks are kind of just freaking out about it at the moment, which I thought was kind of interesting to see. And obviously, yeah, there's been a lot of replies. Obviously, Kiosha talking about it as well, saying bait used to be kind of believable, but now it's just blatant. Said they're crazy. They said I'm going to rip my throat out. They said, sorry for not liking when white folk bite the culture and disrespect it, little miss. I'm not black enough or hood enough to just kirk me. So again, this person is absolutely unhinged. They had already crashed out when she did a collab with Zutamayo, literally my favorite Japanese artist ever. Now she's got her fat colonizer hands on my manga. I'm tweaking. I just like, again, like, this person's like 19. They're not old, you know. You got your whole life ahead of you, and you're here worrying about the fact that, you know, Mori Calliope is featuring on a song on, you know, in Gachiakuta, and that they've done a collaboration with Zutamayo, right? Who cares? Like, seriously, if you're really getting so angry about this, you really need to go and find help. You actually need to go and find some therapy or just anything to get your head straight, because this is not normal behavior. This is completely unhinged. Like, this is not, you know, no one, you know, you need to be on some kind of meds or something, because again, this is crazy. So yeah, and obviously then there's the original post there. I'm pretty sure that was before you know, it blew up, 86 views. So again, obviously I don't know, it's ridiculous that some people can even think that way, especially over, as I said, something so small as making a song or just even succeeding. I don't know if this person, like, because obviously as they're saying here, it seems like they've been following what Mori Calliope has been doing for a while, not even just with the Gachiakuta stuff, as they said. You know, they've been watching her do collabs with Zutamayo and things like that. So I'm wondering if they are just pretty much obsessed with hating on her or not, or if it is just a coincidence that they've obviously collabed with their two favorite things. But again, I think it's absolutely outrageous that someone has managed to set this thing, and obviously still remained unbanned, by the way. They're still fully up. And allowed, obviously they do commissions and things as well, apparently, which I don't think anybody is going to be commissioning from them after making a tweet like that. I mean, come on, like, let's be real here. Let's just think a little bit before we post over on Twitter, because it's just unhinged and stupid and unnecessary. And hopefully, yeah, more people call out this kind of behavior. And it is, like, obviously the response from, you know, a lot of people have been great. You know, it's only got 57 likes, which out of 500,000 views, which is insane. So obviously people have been kind of calling this behavior out online. But again, it is ridiculous that this has even been allowed to to even have gotten away with in the first place. But yeah, obviously, great for Mori though. I'm very excited to see, obviously, it in the show whenever I get around to the episode that it features on, and obviously all the future episodes that it features on. And yeah, obviously, many kind of big Japanese kind of news sites and magazines and stuff have also been covering it, which is really good for the mainstream kind of side of VTubing. As I said, it's really great to see people, you know, interacting with VTubers much more, and more of these mainstream kind of places, obviously interacting with them. Like, obviously, I know anime isn't as mainstream as usual, but obviously we've seen them appearing on the news and stuff, and they're collaborating more with these bigger projects. Hopefully that means that this is going to happen more often, and we can see, obviously, Mori Calliope and other VTubers featuring on some really big projects in the future, because again, more VTuber awareness is always great for the community in general, and the awareness and viewership of VTubers as well. Obviously, it's been growing ever since the, you know, start of VTubing in general. So again, hopefully it can continue to grow, especially with some more promotions like this in general, not just for Mori Calliope, but just in general, which I think, you know, obviously is great. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to Game Subs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.